Drew and Mike on the Week in Review, and it was really kind of sweet Friday morning to have Mary Ann in the studio from Gilligan's Island.
Little Mary Ann, Dawn Wells, and it is weird, isn't it? You look at that, and you've seen so many episodes of that show, and you look at her face, and it's just kind of weird.
She's a sweet thing, isn't she?
Yeah, actually, she really is. And she thinks O.J. did it, so that's beautiful.
Yeah, she wormed her way into our hearts in no time, as if she needed any help.
Mm-hmm.
Dawn Wells, she was at the Vipers game last night, and here she is on the Week in Review. Mary Ann from Gilligan's Island on the riff. And Mary Ann's here.
She is.
Dawn Wells.
She is. Where is she?
There you are.
There I am.
How you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning. Nice to see you off the island.
It's good to be here. You
I'll
could have
bet.
warmed it up a little for me, but that's all right.
Dawn came right in here all fired up about the OJ trial.
I am.
Which is great.
I liked you before you ever walked in the room, but when you came in and you were upset with the jury for taking so long, I liked you even better.
What I don't understand, did you hear that he's made more money the year that he was in jail than any other year in his career?
Mm-hmm. Probably more money the year he was in jail than you made any year on Gilligan's
in my
Island.
whole life, I'm sure.
Yeah, I know a lot of reports say he's worth $11 million, versus you keep hearing 3, but oh boy. I am worried though. Yeah, this is taking a long time.
I'm just surprised. I just thought that, I guess, no juror is there that didn't know about the case, so I thought some of this had been digested before they got there, but I guess not.
I know.
They're being very thorough. That's good. That's good.
We were listening to the theme song there, and I have to say that is one of the greatest screw jobs in the history of entertainment, because you were not on the theme song the first year, you and the professor.
I was not. You're right. I was and the rest.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then they
the rest.
threw
I'm
in
still on the rest. No.
the professor and Mary Ann. They really squeezed it in there,
Right.
too. And they put your little circular pictures in there on the screen together. Everyone else got their own picture.
I know. But, of course, they only had that little bit of tune to fit the 2 words in. I guess they'd had to rewrite the whole song. I don't know. It was a billing thing. We were replacements. The Professor, Ginger, and Mary Ann, the original pilot was 3 school teachers.
Really?
So when they bought it, CBS said, well, let's make it a farm girl and a professor and a movie star. And when we did all the tryouts, I tried out in Los Angeles, as did the professor, and lots of Gingers, but they also had the tryouts going on in New York. And Ginger was cast in New York. And her agent made a contract that said she was 5th position billing and nobody after her. So when we were signed, there was nothing we could do legally. Once we went on the air, then you realized it was 7 people, and I think Bob Denver went to bat for that. He told me that the other day, and I didn't know that, but he said, I went in and
he
said, I
wanted
want
something.
everybody, I want all 7 people, and they said, we can't do that. And he said, well, then, I don't have to be in 1st position, do I? No. Well, then I want to be the rest with Russell and Dawn. So they said, well, we can't do that.
But it was Gilligan's Island.
Right. So I guess he got the titles changed.
And you still
Bob
talk
Denver
to these
went to
people
bed.
then, huh?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, all of them?
The professor and I are doing love letters February 12th together.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no
and-
kidding. You and that professor, boy.
Yeah. And Gilligan and I and the professor are really close. We're like family. Ginger I see occasionally, and then the rest are gone.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why aren't you and Ginger tied out? Because
You
is
live
it the
together.
Ginger-Mary Ann battle?
Well, not between us, but between the rest of the world, I guess. I mean, it really still goes on. I'm just
I
astounded.
know. Everybody has the comparison. You're
The
the
polls,
innocent,
yeah.
da-da-da-da.
Well, what it is, it's the nice girl versus the sex symbol, and you
Right,
have a
right.
choice. It's not me or Tina, I don't think. It's the image of this sweet farm girl
Right.
as opposed to the sex bot.
We
Right,
came to the
right.
conclusion yesterday that the reason we were Mary Ann people was because we were trying to think of, if Gilligan's Island were going on now, and we came to the conclusion that Ginger would probably have nipple rings, and she's just,
And more.
there's just
Tattoos.
a trampier feel to her,
Yeah.
whereas you would be the keeper.
Right,
I'd be the
right.
keeper. Well, and
Yeah,
Mary,
she'd have
you weren't sure
tattoos.
Ginger would be true to you either, you see.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
She'd
As a
use
matter
her
of fact,
wild.
Yeah,
I
she'd
did-
be slutty.
Rosie O'Donnell and I talk about college girls who come up to me and they say, I go out with a guy, and the first thing we ask, are you a Mary Ann kind of guy or a Ginger kind of guy? And if it's a Ginger kind of guy, it's a one-night stand. If it's a Mary Ann kind of guy, they want a relationship.
Uh-huh.
So I was telling that on Rosie O'Donnell, and I ran into Tina Louise in Australia about a month ago, and she called me and she said, I am not a one-night stand. I have never been a one-night stand.
Hey, if you want to ask Mary Ann a question about Gilligan's Island, 313-298-WRIF, or anything else you might want to talk about, 313-298-WRIF. She's at the Vipers game tonight, Vipers and K-Wings, and you're giving away a cruise.
Giving away a cruise.
First
Someone's going to
intermission.
win that, yeah. Not with me, honestly. I won't get on the boat, I promise you.
It's longer than 3 hours, too.
It must be. I hope so.
That was always one of the things. I don't know why people bother with this stuff, but, it's so unrealistic, 3-hour cruise, and they got all these clothes. What else do people complain about as far as the realism of the show?
Yes, they want to know how in the world the professor could build all those things and not build a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, of course, where'd we get all the food? Where'd Mary Ann get the cows to make the coconut cream pie?
right? Or the flour to make the pie crust.
That's right. I don't know. She was a whiz, wasn't she?
For that matter.
Marianne was a whiz. She could do anything. She cooked, she cleaned, she did the laundry.
And she always looked beautiful.
And she always looked good. I don't know.
Amazing.
Makeup men on the island and everything. It was just something.
We were watching the homing pigeon episode yesterday.
Oh, yes, Sterling Martin.
Yeah.
It's always this unlikely finish. You're always like, oh, yeah, this will definitely work. And it's always preposterous how it all comes apart in the end.
I know.
You know?
I know.
I have to
No
say,
realism there at all.
Marianne, they
great.
did not spend a lot of money on props and sets. Looking at that episode yesterday, that giant spider.
Oh,
no.
that spider was outrageous.
It wouldn't have even made a good mascot for the University of Richmond Spiders.
I know.
And there was a man in there, you know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was obvious. Yeah.
It didn't fool you, did it? No.
And everybody's scared to death of the thing.
Of course. Of course.
Dawn, who
See
else?
the zipper.
Who else walked on that show? Jaja walked on, didn't she?
Jaja walked on. Don Rickles.
Oh yeah.
Phil Silvers. Don Adams. Rory Calhoun. Let's see who else. Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell was 12.
Kurt Russell.
Yes.
He was 12.
He
Was he
12.
Island
He was
Boy or something?
Little Island Boy. Denny Miller. He played the Tarzan character. That wonderful man that did Eight Is Enough.
Oh, Dick
MacGyver,
Van
John
Patten.
MacGyver. No, the butterfly catcher. I can't think of his name.
Oh.
Hans Conried, who was brilliant. Vito Scotti.
Who just died about a year ago.
Yes, he did.
So,
And I did a
yeah.
book signing. I have a cookbook, Marianne's Gilligan's Island cookbook out, and I was doing a book signing in Los Angeles, and he came and signed with me because he played 2 or 3.
Yeah.
He did 2 or 3 of the
Wrong
episodes.
Way and a couple others.
Yeah, he did, where he was the mad scientist in the other room, you know.
Marianne's got a clothing line. She's got a cookbook.
know,
We got a
and I-
fishing
Got a
show.
fishing show.
Yeah, well, see, you
Hey,
learned how to
see?
fish big time on that island.
You're
you
damn
know?
right I did.
You got so good at it. Yeah, the only female
Fisherwoman show.
fisherwoman show.
You know there are 13 million female anglers in the United States
Really?
registered? Yeah.
I fish.
Did you learn from your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's kind of a father-daughter thing. I'm always encouraging men that have young girls, take them out. You know, come out and take your daughter out to fish because it's something very special.
That's cool.
Do you drink beer in the boat like the
Yeah,
men?
exactly.
And, you know,
Sure.
Yeah.
You bet.
Marianne drinks beer.
Oh, wait,
See,
Marianne's
she
not
is a
supposed to say that.
keeper.
No, Marianne doesn't drink beer. She does.
Let's talk to some people. Scott, you want to talk to Don Wells? Marianne at the Vipers game tonight. Go ahead.
Yes, I remember that toward the end of the Gilligan's Island saga, you guys made like a 2-hour special.
Oh, right.
We did
And
3
I'll
of
just-
them, actually.
Did you do 3 of them?
3 of them,
I was
yeah.
just wondering, did you guys ever actually make it off the island?
Yes, the first one we made it off the island all the way home. We all went back to our little hometowns, and then we got together for a Christmas cruise, and guess what? And then we stayed on the island. The Howells built a hotel and was called the Castaway Hotel, and then the Harlem Globetrotters crashed on the island, which is a really good plot.
Oh, man.
Real clever story there.
Oh, my God.
Those did well, though, didn't they? They were TV movies.
Yeah,
weren't
and
they?
you know, we were the first of starting that tradition of the remakes. And the first special when we went on the air was the highest rated show that year. One thing beat us, and I don't know whether it was either the Muhammad Ali fight for the World Championship or the World Series.
Wow.
That's all that
Yeah.
beat us in the ratings that year.
Wow, you know, a lot of those shows from your period, and I'm thinking of like Batman, Beverly Hillbillies, a lot of those shows went off the air, and they were still very successful. Wasn't Gilligan's Island a success when
we
it went
were
off?
in the top 10 or 15 when we were canceled, but it was a political ploy. They needed the time spot. They had canceled Gunsmoke, and Paley's wife, president of CBS's wife, loved Gunsmoke, and she said, you can't take that off the air. So Gilligan's was on at 7:30 on Monday nights, and the half hour after ours was not sold. So they said, well, we got an hour here. Let's just cancel Gilligan's and
Oh,
put
my
Gunsmoke in.
God.
Isn't that
They wouldn't do
irritating
that today. They'd never cancel
No,
a show.
there's
somebody's
altogether
those
different.
ratings.
somebody's bitching wife cut your
Well,
cut
I
your
mean,
show
really
That
short?
just the way.
Really wasn't her fault. It was where they put it, I guess. You know, I mean, she wanted Gunsmoke back, but they could have axed something else. They could have.
Jeez.
Hey, is this Rob?
Yes, it is.
Go ahead. You're on with Dawn Wells.
Morning, Rob.
Hi, how you doing, Don? Good morning.
Great, thanks.
I had a question in regard to Gilligan's Island.
Uh-huh.
Were there any off-screen romances between the actors?
No, you know, I had the hots for the professor, but he was married, and so was I. So.
Oh, were you
No,
kind of
every-
hot for him?
Yeah, I thought he was darling. He still is darling. Ginger was the only single
still
one.
married.
He's still married. Yes. Doggone it. No, Mrs. Howell was single, and Ginger was single. So the rest of us were all committed. And Ginger got married during the show. So.
Well, we used to hear some of those weird things. Remember all those?
Yeah,
things
Bob
about Ginger?
Denver's book. He claimed
Yeah.
that Ginger had loud sex in the
Yeah,
the
right
dressing
next
room
door.
next to his.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
he tell you about that the other day?
Yeah.
Of course, she was outraged by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I was never there at lunch. I don't know what went on. zipper my mouth.
Oh, okay. Oh, that sounds good. I have to get Bob back on the horn. I didn't believe him the first time.
All right.
Hey, is this Gary?
Yes, it is.
How you doing, Gary?
I'm doing fine.
Hi,
Go
Gary.
ahead.
Hi. I was going to ask what you were doing now, but since you guys already covered that, what I wanted to know was you hear about Seinfeld, these guys making $1 million an episode. What were you guys doing back then? I mean, you
I
might
don't know.
not want
I
to
think
answer that, but...
Yeah,
I
let's
mean,
get down to
I'm
brass
not,
tacks
Well, I'm
here.
not really sure what we made. I mean, I don't think anybody made over 5,000 a week, if that. So there you go. I mean,
5,000 a week, and you shoot, what, 24 episodes or 22
we
episodes?
did 39 a year.
That's
Nowadays,
a lot.
yeah, we only did 98 episodes, though. Can you imagine?
Uh-huh.
Only 3 years. Nowadays, it's probably 23 segments that you do. But, I mean, it's $400,000 an episode and $100,000 an episode just blows everybody's mind.
And of course, that whole era, nobody ever got any royalties or anything. You know, when everything went into
Yeah.
reruns.
We got paid
No.
for the first 5 runs. I think the
Really?
first check was
First
100 and the last
five.
Is
check
that
was
right?
$25.
Isn't that something?
And it must have
True
run
for
5 million
everybody.
times.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I don't know what
everywhere.
we're 500th run or something by now.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
Oh, God.
Hey, Mike, talk to, this is the fantasy of your life. You're actually talking to Marianne from Gilligan's Island.
She is the fantasy of my life.
Oh, and you are mine, too, Mike. Good morning.
I just wanted to know, I had heard that Jane Mansfield was actually cast for Ginger at first. Is that true?
Boy, I don't think so.
Because I was watching a biography on A&E, and they said, you know, that she had supposedly was cast as Ginger, but she didn't want to do TV.
Gee, I don't know that because the 3, as I said, we were 3 replacements, and the 3 original girls were school teachers. I mean, the original people were school teachers, so there wasn't any really sex symbol then. Was Jane Mansfield alive then?
Yeah, I guess. She died in 68, I think.
I think
Oh.
I've seen that same
Biography's
A&E or
a pretty
something.
credible source.
But I don't. I mean, Sherwood Schwartz has never said that to me. I know Raquel Welch tested for Marianne.
Oh,
You beat out Raquel Welch?
For
Yeah.
Marianne.
Wow.
Oh,
They
She
told me the
couldn't be
role was
Marianne.
mine.
no.
Well, yeah. Well, she walked out. They told me the role was mine on Monday. I didn't sign the contract yet, and on Thursday she came into audition with this
Ooh.
body that you just, you know.
Oh,
God.
jeez.
I said,
Just
well, that's
popping
it.
out of gingham.
Well, she right, but she'd have made a better Ginger. But I'm not so sure
Yeah.
she was the real sex symbol yet. I mean, I
Oh,
think you knew
how-
a little bit of her, but I don't know if she was in '64. I don't know.
Trust me, she was a sex symbol when she was 16.
But
and
had
from
she-
then on.
But had she started? I mean, I don't know how
Oh,
big
I don't know
she
if
was
people
at that
knew
point.
her. No,
Yeah,
probably not.
yeah.
You know, she still looks unbelievable.
phenomenal
Who was
looking.
her plastic surgeon? My
Yeah.
God.
Maybe she doesn't even have one.
Good genes.
Yeah, I mean, she
Maybe.
really works at it too. I mean, I know she exercises and she's got that video out. She really looks sensational.
Mm-hmm.
She's a beautiful woman.
Did, you know, somebody called and asked about the off-screen romances. I was trying to think, besides the Howells, and I don't even want to think about them
Oh,
getting
no,
any.
no, no, no.
Did
no,
anybody
no, no.
ever get any on that show, ever? I mean, I remember you guys always flirting with the guys, but
It was a big thing through the censors. I mean, we were not allowed to sort of do that. Once they tried to match Marianne and Gilligan, kind of a little romance, they steered
Yeah.
clear of that. Every time
Well, and how
Ginger
could
kissed
you
somebody.
with you know,
Yeah.
Gilligan, he was such a dork.
it would have been over before he got his clothes off.
Oh, man, yeah.
Well, and every time Ginger got kissed or Ginger kissed somebody, they knocked themselves out or fainted or something.
You're right.
I mean, Marianne couldn't show her navel. Ginger couldn't show any cleavage. The Howells slept in a twin bed, so that was pre-Norman Lear. That
Now,
was
wait a
pre-Norman
second.
Lear.
Didn't you show your navel? Because you always had those.
Yeah, but
cropped,
they had a little point at the. As a matter of fact, you were allowed to see a glimpse of it 3 times in a show, and half the day they'd call Sherwood and say, "Come on down, we've seen Marianne's navel too much. What are we going to do?"
Is that
Because when
right?
you walk, the shorts would move a little, you know.
Oh,
yeah,
That was,
Wow.
you know, that homing pigeon episode we were watching. That was a mighty short skirt you had on.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
and
Running
minis are
around
back,
there.
so you can't tell when it was filmed.
Is your clothing line related to Marianne?
No, my clothing line is for the disabled and people who have difficulty dressing
Oh,
themselves.
that's right. I remember you telling
Yeah.
us that.
Got it from Quick Costume Changes. That's where the idea came to me.
Uh-huh.
But no,
Oh,
With
No,
the
sure,
Velcro
sure,
yeah.
stuff. Huh?
Velcro, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hey, now, you were so young when that show took off. How did you deal with all the success? I mean, that was a humongous show. Did you date Hollywood stars, or did you
No, I was
blow all your
married.
money? Or you
I
were
was
married.
married. I was married at the time, but I don't think we had any idea that it was the hit it was. Or I was so brand new in the business, I didn't understand how lucky I was.
Yeah, because what were you doing before then?
I had just come into town, and I'd worked for about 7 months or 8 months. Did a lot of guest star stuff, bonanzas and things, but
Oh, really?
but it was my first real opportunity to audition for a series, and I got it. And I was learning, because my training was theater, so I was really learning the whole first year, camera angles and lighting and all of that stuff that I didn't understand, makeup for camera and all
Yeah.
that. And then you go to color, so you have to learn it again.
Yeah.
So I don't think we had any idea it was going to last this long. We thought it'd be a couple years of reruns, and that was it.
That's always the case. Bonanza, though, you're in there.
Yeah, a couple times.
Hoss was cool.
Yeah.
Dan Blocker.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Hey, Ariel,
Yep.
you're on with Marianne.
Ariel, that's the name of my kitty. Oh, hi, Ariel.
Hi. Good morning, Miss Wells. My uncle, Franklin DeHanas, was co-publisher, I think, of your cookbook.
Cookbook, you betcha.
Yeah.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Do you have one?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Good food in there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I was just wondering if, you know how on like Melrose Place in 90210 there are a lot of cast disagreements. Did that happen on there?
No, I don't think so. I think we were really a pretty good group. I think when we first started out, there may have been a little discord with Ginger and Gilligan, but that was basically, I think, because I think Tina Louise was promised more than was delivered. I think when she was cast, truthfully, she thought it was going to be her show, I think. And when she arrived, it's Gilligan's Island, and there was a little conflict at the very beginning, but nothing that caused anything to happen on camera, and it all worked out.
We asked her about that loud dressing room thing next to Bob's, and she didn't take it very well.
Oh, no.
And she said that, I think she was trying to infer that he had hit on her, and she had spurned his advances, and that was why he was spouting off like that.
I doubt very seriously that Bob hit on her, but maybe he did. I'm going to ask him that. I'm going to call him up and ask him that question.
Hey,
Call him
Tom.
up now.
I don't know. If it weren't so early, I would.
Actually, we have his phone
Yeah,
number.
He's in West Virginia, right?
Yeah?
He's in West Virginia.
He's got his own radio show now.
Yeah, have you heard
7
it?
o'clock there.
No, I haven't heard it.
But we've talked to him since, though.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear it. He and his wife are doing it.
We've talked to him a few times.
Is this Tom?
Yes, sir.
Hey, you're on with
How you doing?
Dawn.
Morning,
How you doing,
Tom.
Marianne?
Just great. How are you, Tom?
Not too bad. Marianne, I've been throwing this bit of trivia at my friends for the last 13, 14 years, and I don't even know if I'm right, but nobody believes me anyways, but the skipper's real name, is it Jonas Grumpy?
Grumby, Grumby.
What was the professor's again?
Roy Hinckley.
Oh, God, thank you.
You're welcome. I hope you win a dive on that one.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
What is it, a Jonas
Grumby,
Grumby?
Grumby.
Now, when was that revealed?
Only one time, and I got stumped on a radio show about 10 years ago with it. Someone called in. I said, he didn't have a real name. Yes, he did. One of the episodes where somebody was murdered back on the mainland, and they thought each one of us were suspects. And on the radio, you heard Captain Jonas Grumby is one, and it's the only time you heard it was one time mentioned over the radio. So
Now, was your last name ever mentioned?
Marianne Summers,
Really?
Ginger Grant,
Oh, yeah, I've heard that.
Lovey and Thurston Howell. I think her name was Wentworth, but I'm not
What about
sure.
Gilligan?
Well, that's a big deal because Sherwood and Gilligan fight over this. Sherwood, the producer, and Gilligan fight over this because it was never really written down. They originally thought they were going to be Willie Gilligan, but then Sherwood liked the idea of just one name, and he went right through. This is a funny story. He went right through the phone book and picked out a name he thought that sounded funny.
Really?
And and it was just one name. That's why he put Alan and Jim, the skipper and Gilligan in the same clothes, because comedians in that day and age, Charlie Chaplin, Laurel and Hardy, had that outfit you identified, so he wanted them to wear that same kind of outfit. But they were telling me that he got Gilligan out of the phone book somewhere from Kansas, I think, and that's why Mary Ann's from Winfield. But I was doing an autograph session not very long ago, and this girl came up to me, and she said, I just have to tell you, she said, my maiden name was Gilligan. And she said, you have no idea what that's like going through school. Where do you live? On the island. She said, but worse than that, my sister's name is Mary Ann. So Mary Ann Gilligan, and I said, this family was just tooting along, having a good time till Sherwood Schwartz created this series, and now their whole lives are changed.
Well, Gilligan told us that he can't stand it anytime he's bringing a boat into to dock or whatever.
Yeah.
He'll go,
Yeah.
watch out, Gilligan!
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
And he says it's a real problem.
little buddy.
Yes.
We know you got to move along, Marianne, at the Viper K-Wings game
Yeah.
tonight, and at intermission they're giving away a cruise, and you'll be signing autographs and all that
Selling
stuff.
cookbooks, all of it. Come on out and say
Oh, you
hello.
got your cookbooks? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to ask you, where's the beach that we see you guys on?
Off Kauai.
Oh, is that
Oh, it
where
is.
There's a cruise that takes you somewhere to Nassau and tells you passed Gilligan's Island. We weren't anywhere close to that. But they spell it with one L.
Oh.
We had to take them to court.
I just assumed that was some dumpy pond
Oh,
out
sure.
in California
Oh,
or something. It really is, though.
Well, the pilot was made off Kauai and the stock footage, and then CBS. We tried to film at Malibu. Too much fog. CBS built a lagoon. There was a lagoon that has just been cemented over.
Really? Oh, they shouldn't have done that.
And the Gilligan
What are
set
they
is
doing?
now the Roseanne set.
Oh, geez, the karma's really changed there.
Yeah, we've come a
man.
long way, haven't we?
Well, Dawn, thanks so much for
You're
coming by.
welcome.
Marianne from Gilligan's
Thanks
Island.
for
What
having
a
me.
thrill for everybody. And we'll see you at the Vipers
See you
tonight.
tonight.
All right.
Right back, and you'll hear a tale.